Hey guys, it's Melissa. In this video, I am going to get to the bottom of what file type is best, SVG or PNG. And the answer is not completely straightforward, but I do want to show you some really big benefits of SVG when you are working with cutting files, especially ones that you want to customize. So let's hop over to Silhouette Studio and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean and why SVGs are so beneficial. So I've got an SVG here. I'm going to import, and this file also came with the PNG. So I'm going to show you why each, the benefits of SVG over PNG. So I'm going to pull both in. So this is the SVG. Remember, if you want to open SVGs, you do need Silhouette Studio Designer Edition or higher. That is a one-time paid upgrade. Hands down, totally worth it. I will put the link to that in the description below. Okay, I'm also going to pull in the PNG file. So PNGs can be pulled in even if you don't have Designer Edition, Designer Plus, or Business. However, you will have some limitations, especially when you're using them for cutting files and customization. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean here in a second. Okay, so remember, PNG, SVG. Now, what I'm going to show you is, this is a template that we want to customize. So let's say we are going to use a text box and we want to write in a school. Now I have a whole tutorial on how to customize these, and so I'm not going to get into the weeds with that, but I do want to show you this. So let me fill it with color so it's easier for you to see. Okay, so let's say this is our school or our town or whatever, and we need to fill this area. Well, the problem is that our school is way too long. Okay, let's get this out of the way. So what happens if we need to make this smaller to fit into our area is that we now have too much distance between the top and the bottom. But that's not a problem with an SVG because I can just select those elements and adjust them. So that's it. My design is now done. I can manipulate it however I want. So let's just say I wanted to put it like this, and now I need this larger. I can just repeat the same process, by moving the elements to make room. And it's very easy. Okay, now forget that part. I have another video and I'll link to it in the description about text to path up here. Now over here, remember we have the PNG. So let's say we have the same name. Okay, that fits here. We still have got some extra space, but let's say we want to adjust this so that the space here is not so large. Well, because this is a PNG, we are not able to ungroup. Do you see how ungroup is grayed out? So the only option for this PNG is to release the compound path, and I want you to watch exactly what happens when I release the compound path. Now, I have the ability to move some things around, but I also have these like weird spaces. Like, what is going on here? Well, what is going on here is this is the way that this design was created. And so that's how those paths came together. So now I have to take a couple of extra steps and say, make compound path to get rid of that. Same thing up here with the basketball. Okay. So, and I'm dealing with this. So we're going to have to release the compound path one more time and get rid of what you can see the struggle that I'm having. And this is why when you are dealing with cutting files, it is way easier to deal with an SVG as opposed to a PNG where you don't have control over how the designer put this together. And so if you have the option, I would always, for cutting files specifically, pick the SVG. If you are just printing for sublimation or stickers even, the PNG is completely and totally fine. It's actually ideal. But in this case, I hope you can see why it is so ideal to have the SVG and why having Designer Edition makes it so much easier. Because what's going to happen is you're going to get to this point and you're going to be like, well, now what? I don't want that. Well, you're going to end up emailing me and I'll help you through it. But my point is, it's a lot more steps, it's a lot more time, and it's just a whole lot easier to have the SVG. And I hope that that demonstrates exactly why. If you guys are looking for same-day personalized support, if you are looking for one-on-one chat, a priority inbox that I get back to same day, if you are looking for exclusive videos that I don't put here on YouTube, it is on Silhouette U. I will link to that in the description below. I hope to see you over there. All of the information, including where to get this design, where to get Designer Edition, Business Edition, or Designer Edition Plus, just go straight to Business Edition. All of that in the description below as well. See ya.